As an overpacker who likes to travel with just a carry-on, I have bought so many suitcases, and this one really is the best thought out. Love the features, works great for packing just a weekend trip, but I know it can be hard to buy online, so I wanted to give you a detailed overview and try to answer any questions that you might have about this suitcase.
This outside pocket is really what sets it apart from any other suitcase. But first, I want to give you a glimpse at the lock real quick. I love that it's the actual zippers that are the locking mechanism, so you don't have to worry about keeping track of a little lock. Super easy to reset. It comes with instructions, but I'll give you some detail on that in a second. I want to show you this inside pouch. Because my preference is just to travel with a carry-on, this pouch is invaluable. It's got a padded pocket for my laptop. I've got a 15-inch MacBook and it fits in there without issue. It's got another smaller but deep pocket that's also padded right attached to that. And of course, it's got the Velcro strap to hold it in there. So if you have an iPad or a tablet that you want to take as well. And then I put my liquids and any cosmetics here. Some airports still require you to pull those out of your carry-on, so they're super easy to access. And if you wanted it a little wider, those side straps you can unzip and give yourself a little bit more wiggle room. I keep mine zipped. It still fits plenty with those zipped up, but you could get more space from that if you needed to. I love that this bag has these added functionalities without sacrificing space inside the actual suitcase. The right-hand side here, I use personally packing cubes, but you can just put your clothes in there, and it does have the strap to keep them secure so that when you open it up, you don't have your clothes flopping everywhere. It is adjustable, and the clip is really secure. And I love this on the left-hand side flap because this would normally be dead space or just have not really functional shoe pockets there. The bottom one here is my absolute favorite. It is waterproof. So I use reusable makeup wipes and I do sometimes have some wet laundry that I just don't want to put the wet stuff in. So that's a wet bag. It's got a mesh pouch up above it, which does fit a pair of shoes if that's what you'd like to use it for. And none of that takes up space. You still have the full left side of the suitcase that you can zip or shut for any looser articles that might come open or fall out when you open up that suitcase. So they really thought of everything with the functionality of this one on the inside. Now, let me show you some more on the outside. It wheels like a dream. Again, I'm an overpacker, so it's usually pretty heavy, but it rolls around on the sidewalk, the pavement, inside the airport, everywhere without issue. And it has a top handle as well as a side handle and the little feet on the sides. I will show you those in detail here because this is really another aha, they thought of everything. The top feet there are actually hooks, so you can hook something onto there like a shopping bag. I'll show you just with my phone case for an example, but anything that you want to truly be hands-free, you can just clip right onto there. Both of them are hooks, so if you've got your hands full at the airport, you want to put something on there, you can use that functionality. And then it's got the four little feet there so that you can stand the suitcase on the side and it's supported without having to put a dent or anything in your suitcase. This is if you are someone who puts these carry-ons in the overhead bin. I love that the strap lays flat. Every inch counts when you're trying to get those in there. So that's just another nice added touch. And it's a very sturdy strap. I showed you this briefly before, but the zippers themselves are goes into the locking mechanism. It comes with a default code and it has instructions on how to reset. I just took a pen and stuck it in the little hole there to reset. But it makes sure that the zippers are on top because sometimes I can't find where I've zipped it. And I don't have to keep tabs of a separate little lock. So this is again just a nice little added touch to this suitcase. Not a must have, but just a nice to have for it. And I really liked that little touch. It does have 360-degree wheels. And again, it just wheels like an absolute dream, full circles. I've not had an issue with it not being able to handle terrain or any sort of issues with the wheels getting stuck at all. It's been very easy to use. One thing that I didn't love about some other carry-ons I have is that the handle only went about this high up, and I'm not that tall. I am 5'5", but but it was just too short. This one you can lock in different heights, but it gets pretty tall. So my husband, who's about 6 feet, has no issue wheeling it around. And then my kids can wheel it too. I have two of these. I have one for myself and one for my daughter. So the handle's very nice and adjustable. And just the detail of the bag, the exterior, really nice quality. The colors aren't as bright as they were in the listing photo, which for me was a bonus. They're really nice, soft, muted colors. So I've really liked this bag. It's been a win for me.